The thing that surprised me most at the end of my first year running a self-defense school has been really just the amount of stuff that people have to overcome in order to get to class. It's just extraordinary the things that people are actually dealing with. And I know that because for the first time everyone's been my own student. So they've been in contact with me through WhatsApp, and they've been talking to me, and they've been telling me about what they're having to overcome in order to get to class, and apologising because they can't make it to things. Stray cats have been found and had to be rescued and taken to the vet. People have been making trips from one end of London to the other to get to class, and they've been stuck on public transport and messaging me whilst they've been on trains and asking whether it's worth still coming. We've had exhausted NHS workers dragging themselves after insane days to class and trying to just wrestle through everything and still get some self-defense in despite dealing with incredibly demanding jobs. People do last-minute seasonal jobs that they've had to accommodate because they just have to do that work whilst it's available and still try and make it to some kind of class. People have had their shifts changed from daytime to evening shifts, and then that's made it difficult for them to get to classes that they've always got to. Parents have come from out of town and had to be chaperoned around. Romantic relationships are broken up, and people have had to overcome heartbreak. Last minute work trips have been foisted on people, and a legion of colds, flus, and a case of pneumonia have had to be overcome. Babies have brought illnesses home. Babies have been born and just brought with them all the strains of new parenthood. And I know in one case, a dog even had an epileptic fit, which prevented a student from making a class which she was literally just as she was stepping out the door to go. You know, I didn't even know that dogs could have epilepsy, for goodness sake. And throughout all of this, people have persisted. They've kept coming, they've kept training, and they've continued to stoically affirm that their insistence that their life and their lives are precious, and they're not to be changed by anyone but themselves. And they're going to back that belief up with hard training. I think self-defense students are different from martial artists and combat sports people. Those people love fighting as a hobby, whereas we often come to it from a perspective of it being something that we have to do for our health and safety rather than because it's fun. For us, there may be other things that we might like to do with our evenings. So I'm just so grateful for everyone who's actually come along to this year to do even one class. But I want to make special mention of and give special thanks to Sid, Elena, Steve, Christian, Olga, Anna Maria, Andrea, Michael, Roman, Helen, Pedro, Nicole and Luca, James, Roland, Beth and Izzy, Vikram, Shanette, Costas, Name, Carl, Carlos, David, Brian and Marcella, Lee, Joanna, Lloyd, Niraj, Yuko, Sebastian, Aurelia and Frederick. All of you, Canada Water Krav Maga would not have existed without you, and I look forward to training with you in 2026. Peace.